Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. A safe space in which we awesome where last we left off there was some very uncomfortable situation we went through. And yeah, I won't revisit it, but you are free to, if you choose, by going back to the end of the last episode. I'd say the last 5 minutes area. Yeah, just watch that. You'll understand. Man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Okabe is referring to penis. Lukiko has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. Okay. We're getting right back into it. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I'd better apologize to Lukiko. Hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert, me, groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now, and she was shy to begin with. Yeah... yeah, I'm not going to make any humorous comments whatsoever. This is all very real problematic stuff. Short for post-traumatic stress disorder from DSM-4? The 4th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, published by the American Psychiatric Association in 1994. A mental disorder inducing various stress symptoms caused by the shock of an accident, disaster, or crime. Symptoms include emotional instability, insomnia, confusion, and flashback memories. Diagnose if symptoms continue for over a month. Yeah, the PTSD is no joke whatsoever. My God. All of the sympathy to people with real PTSD. Which, if you grew up in an abusive home, you have it. That is just a fact. Now, you might be good at dealing with it, but you definitely have symptoms of it. You are a victim, and that can never be taken from you. I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. And by gentle, I mean from over there, way away from her. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. I've no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences. Anyway, what in the hell made you think that your Shibara-san was a boy? As I already explained, we changed the past. Lukiko was a guy, but he wanted to be a girl, so he sent a D-mail to make his wish come true. And apparently it worked. I knew the world line had changed. My magic eye reading Steiner saw this shift in time. But I chose to believe my mundane senses instead. I should have had more faith in my powers. I won't make that mistake again. You know, I'm not sure how this will be taken, considering the situation that just happened. Kinda gotta let that shit sort of air out a little, but, you know, whatever. If he's gonna alienate people, he's gonna alienate people. That's just on him. Kurisu calmly readies her book above her head. Want some more? The answer is no. I'm telling the truth. You have to believe me. I can explain the phenomenon logically. When we sent the D-mail, we changed the past, and all of history changed as a result. My brain perceived that change. I leaped to my feet, overcome with excitement. Don't do that. Out of all mankind, I alone... Oh no, Okabe. You sweet summer boy, you are going to be fucking beaten. Oh, you can't make claims like this after the things that just happened, my friend. You can't do those things. All trust is lost in you. Out of all mankind, I alone can perceive the changes in causality. I am this world's observer. I look around expecting to see awe on their faces, as if it's been several hours since the incident happened, and not just, 2 minutes. Sit down before I hit you again. I do as I'm told, staring straight at her chest because I don't learn. Don't you understand? I'm the observer. I'm the one who opens the box holding Schrodinger's cat. A thought experiment proposed by physicist Erwin Schrödinger. Schrödinger intended it as a paradox that would refute quantum theory, but it has since been proven to not be a paradox. It is often referred in science fiction, as an example of the complexities of quantum mechanics. A cat is placed inside a box. The box also contains a vial of poisonous gas and a sample of some radioactive substance. If the radioactive substance emits an alpha particle, it sets off a sensor, releasing the poisonous gas and killing the cat. Assume the radioactive substance has a 50% chance of emitting 1 alpha particle per hour. After 1 hour, you open the box. The cat has a 50-50 chance of being alive or dead. The question is, was the cat alive or dead before you found it? According to Einstein, your observation of the cat's condition is irrelevant. The cat was either dead or alive before you opened the box. Now, if you were to actually do this, don't. If you were to actually put a cat in a box with poison and whatever, first of all, you would notice if the cat, like, assuming they like to move around, you would notice that they died because the moving around would stop. Also, you know, boxes aren't airproof. You'd likely be able to determine the poison levels just outside of the box. So, yeah, that's always a flaw I saw in the Schrödinger's cat theory. But, you know, for its purposes, for its thought experiment purposes, it is, you know, very effective. Thought experiments are never meant to be, you know, actually real. That's why the trolley problem, you know, there's so many variables you couldn't, like, if you were to actually be in such a situation, there'd be no way you'd know. Oh, for those curious and don't know, the trolley problem is you're the only conductor on a trolley, and no, whatever. I'll do my version. You're the conductor on a trolley. It's not able to move. You're not able to stop it. You're not able to stop it. It's only in motion. It's constant motion. You either have an option to do nothing and run over, what was it? Run over 5 people? Oh, yeah. Do nothing and run over 5 people. There's 5 people tied to the track in front of you for no reason whatsoever. Or you could actively take part in switching the track so you don't kill 5 people, but 1 person dies instead. Now, there's a lot of variables involved, even in the thought experiment. A lot of people do their own versions of it. But essentially, it boils down to, will you do nothing and let more people die, or will you do something and let less people die, but now you're held responsible for it? And of course, this ignores the fact that a lot of people will blame you for doing nothing, and they'll hold you responsible for doing nothing and letting 5 people die. That's just the way people are. But that is the thought experiment in a nutshell. So, would you do something and kill 1 person, or would you do nothing and kill 5 people? Choice is yours. But also, it's a thought experiment. It's never meant to be an actual real-life thing. There's so many things, so many thought experiments. I've made my own, in fact. But I've already wasted a lot of your time, so I'm not gonna do that now. Schrödinger? Schrödinger's cat again? What do you mean again? The Japanese can't get enough of that cat. You're Japanese too. I've had enough Schrödinger, thanks. I do admit that kittes are cute, though. Okay, the word kitten. Wait. Oh yeah, no, I did pronounce that right. Neko, corrupted for cuteness. Used by cat lovers all over the internet. You know, you say that. I've found it's used by cringy 15-year-old girls who think they're cute. Though, then again, it might just be cringy 2008 teenage girls. Who knows? Dara's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrödinger's cat. I mean, it's a... Anyway, my magic eye has the power to perceive changes in the world line. This power is called reading Steiner. I use an SH instead of just an ST. SHT. Steiner. Stein. As I've explained. I told you that name was stupid, remember? Oh, so they're just acting as, like, Okabe just started yelling, and they're acting as if the thing that just happened didn't just happen. Cool. I told you that name was stupid, remember? It's English. Oh, like something from a kid's manga. Not to mention, it's a grammatical mess, and there's also the fact that it's half German. So no consistency there either, it's stupid. The same goes for that Steins gate thing that you're always talking about. I love the fact that she says she's English and she's making fun of his ability to pronounce things, but then she pronounces it a very Japanese way. I really hope that this voice actress can speak actual, like, English in a way that has no accent. It's very, very rare that that's the case, but when it is, it's so nice. It's so good. Looks like you've still got that Mongolian spot on your butt, eh, Christina? Names are all about feeling. My creativity, comparable to that of Da Vinci himself, cannot be held by the shackles of grammar. Wait. And he's beaten. Not for the reasons he should be beaten, but that's fine. The room has moved on. Shoots me again. I'm seeing stars. Oh god, it's nighttime. I'm outside. I passed out. She killed me. Show a little remorse, huh? I'm sorry. Luko is still crying. Yep. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Karasu's watchful eye. Curious why you're on your knees, but sure. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. Weird punishment. I accept being told die pervert if it were coming from Luko. Why the hell is Karasu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Yeah, you know, that's a little true. It's a little true. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Don't know what that means here. Anyway, I feel alive as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brawn Tube workshop door opens, and out comes part-time warrior. Our eyes meet. Sap! She's less energetic than usual. Why are you so wobbly? It's new exercise. Yeah. Never heard of it. Suzuha, or Suzumiya, answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. Helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air. Perfect weather for cycling.
Huh? So
really? It's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? You know, a lot of people don't mind the heat. I have a friend. I was going to say had, but no, I'm still good friends with her. She lives sometimes in Las Vegas and just wears a black hoodie on 45-degree heat days. 45 Celsius. That's... Hang on. 112 days just decides to wear a black hoodie. I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Why would you want to drink a hot beverage on a hot day? That makes no sense. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning. Oh man, if only I could ask my rich friend for air conditioning. Hey, up for a little cycling? Seriously? She has to be joking. Your bike only has one seat. One of us can sit on the back. Don't you have work to do? Julia pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute. I was fired! I got permission. It's like we'll have customers. It's not like we'll have customers anyway. I try to think of an excuse to refuse. An excuse to refuse. But nothing comes. Ooh, loud. I am a mad scientist, not a mad cyclist. So am I doing the peddling? Long ago, Aristotle said time is just a measure of motion. So put those pedals in motion. Doesn't make sense. Hang on. I'm exhausted. You barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. Besides, she cycles all the time, and I'm a shut-in with lanky legs and no muscles. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Zuya sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. You will need longer than a few moments, my friend. Your lactic acid buildup is probably fucking huge. When was the last time you did any exercise? Other than, like, scream at people, I guess. Hey, it's Miuri. Do you want to be, what? Do you want to be a trap, too? There's nothing to be ashamed of. I think cross-playing is wonderful. You have Miyushi's full support. I don't think they're using the term trap correctly. I don't know about in Japan, or even in anime, but in Western culture, that's a derogatory term. I'm gonna go with, she didn't know that. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there, I see people carrying large boxes. Most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere. Yeah, it's almost as if, regardless of what's here, people will still flock. Weirdly enough. It's kind of retro. This Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electronics town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me. You know, Suzuya murmurs. It's only been 10 days since I arrived in Tokyo. Oh, I didn't know that. Vacation? No, that can't be right. You have a job here. Hang on. I'm hunting for my father. Oh, shit. That's a strange way to put it. I mean, not really. I guess a little bit. You know, wording is a little odd, but it's fine. It makes sense. Did he run away? That's not how that works. I meant it as a joke. Okay. But Suzuya looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again. I haven't seen him in years, but I know he's in this town. Oh. But then why are you working downstairs? Suzuya works at the Braun Tube Workshop from 11 AM to 7 PM every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search. Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin. Have you talked to the police? No. And you know, I should, but I haven't yet. Getting through it, it's on my damn list. Then shouldn't you? You could hire a private investigator or something. Yeah, if you have money. I was literally about to comment on money. I don't have the resources. Besides, there are issues. Issues. You only have one chance. And that chance is tomorrow. Oh, nice. I know that tomorrow we might appear in a certain place. Certain place? Has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response. If I miss that chance, then I'll have to leave. By leave, you mean go back home? Yeah, not exactly. I have a priority engagement. That's a weird sentence structure. What? I already made up my mind. I don't find them more, I give up.
不安なのだな。
You're worried, aren't you? You know, I could be worried. Maybe. I understand that you're. I understand that you're feeling. God knows I feel. You're alone, searching. Oh, I understand that feeling. Oh, I read that way wrong. I understand that feeling. You're alone, searching for your father in an unknown town. It can't be easy. You hope that talking to someone would help. That's why you sought out the most reliable person around. Myself. Alas, part-time warrior, you have made a grave mistake. For I am the insane mad scientist Hououin Kyouma. Alright, but that'll be for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, some Keywii. You've been great tuning yourself a delightful day. Goodbye. Oh, let me do that. Booyah! Hubba-da-bop. Goodbye.